The properties of rectangles. Well, first let's just talk about a rectangle in general. So we'll notice that this rectangle has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's important to note. Whoop. Whoop. And we know that all 4 angles in a rectangle are right angles. Because that is true, that makes the opposite sides congruent. So if this was 8 inches, this one would be 8 inches. And if this one was 4 inches, then this one would be 4 inches. When you're talking about polygons, you'll notice if there's 2 hash marks on one side and 2 hash marks on the other, that means those are the same. On the other sides, there's 1 hash mark, meaning those are the same. So, a rectangle has 4 right angles. The opposite sides are parallel, and the opposite sides are equal. So that's one thing I didn't know, is that if we look at our opposite sides, and again, this has to do with the right angles, that means these sides are parallel, noted by arrows, and these are parallel. So because we have these 2 vertical lines parallel, those have 2 arrows, and this side has 1 arrow to note. So everything that has 1 arrow is parallel, everything with 2 arrows is parallel. All right, and this is the same whether the rectangle is standing up vertically, horizontally as we had, or is a square, because a square has opposite sides congruent and opposite sides parallel. So a square is a rectangle because it has 4 right angles, opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal, and there are 4 sides, right? So all of those things make up a rectangle, which also make up a square. However, a rectangle is not a square because in a square, all 4 sides have to be the same, whereas in a rectangle, only the opposite sides are the same. So a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.